So not a ton happens. The main group meets up with Rio, and it's more of Rio showing off.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, by the main group, I should clarify, like, Takato and, like, Gilmon and the others.
Right, yeah. Yeah, if I say main group, I usually mean, like, the main character.
Yeah, this... I'm not gonna lie, 29 felt really nothing. It felt
It,
really empty.
there's a moment with Takato that's kind of sad, where he's like actually really homesick.
Yeah, so... I've always known just for the episode, and they're all kind of, like, useless. Because all really happens is, like, they stay at, like, an inn in this weird distorted world town, whatever it's called, that they
Yeah,
just, like, appear in.
they reiterate Rio's backstory to the rest of the group.
They see a Nightmon.
Yeah, I think in the dub, Rio like jokingly is like, "Oh yeah, he wanders the hall looking for his missing head or something."
Yeah, I wish they did that here. They'll have, like, add a bit more character to him.
I don't know. I think this fits him more, where he's like the confident tamer who's been in the digital world for 10 months, and he's like, "Oh yeah, wait, he's whatever. Don't worry about him."
It fits him more, but it's so much more boring, though.
Yeah, he's just like, "Oh yeah, that's Nightmon. If we don't bother him, he won't bother us."
Yes, that's like I feel like you get away with a lot of having characters be super special and knowledgeable and stuff, but it's like you have to kind of give them personality and flaws to compensate for that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
it just feels really bland because it's like, oh, I guess you're perfect and you just know everything then. All
yeah.
right.
Yeah, there should definitely be more to Rio than I'm the knowledgeable one.
Like, I'm not saying he needs to be like this specifically, but if he was just like, really like cocky and just liked messing with people and making jokes like that, like, oh, don't touch that sheet or you'll lose your hand or whatever, then like, it'd make him way more endearing as a character.
Whoa, you cut out.
Uh, it's like, I'm not saying you should, like, necessarily be like this, but if Rio was the type of person who's like, oh, don't eat those chocolates or it'll steal your soul, and you was just, like, joking to people about stuff like that, just messing with them, then it'd make him way more likable.
Yeah, I'm gonna defend Rio a little bit more, uh, because he's been here for like 10 months without contact with anyone except for his like aggressive, hard to control Cyberdramon.
Yeah,
Maybe humor's kind of left him a bit.
I... Maybe it's just me, but I feel like in that situation you'd, like, fall back on humor more, to,
I don't
like,
know.
just disguise what you're going through or whatever.
What's the point in the humor if there's nobody there to like get anything out of it?
I mean, I know there's people there is, or like, you could have had him be like, weird, like, may not like specifically like a Tarzan type, but make him be kind of like socially inept a bit because he's just been here for so long, right? Like, maybe he doesn't like, quite remember what it's like to be around people, so he says stuff at the wrong times, or, he'll just
Yeah.
assume people know things that they don't.
Yeah, I'm not gonna argue against that Rio should have more personality, because yeah, he's boring.
Yeah. You know what, like, I feel like what I'm really getting at is that it's like, just last episode like 28, Rio should have been the one who's like, oh yeah, it's fine that she doesn't know because, like, she came in second place after me, right? And just been, like, super oblivious, and that's why Rika should have left.
Hmm.
Because, like, that would have added a lot more to his character if it was like, oh, Rio just, like, doesn't, like, know how to, like, socialize as well because it's been so long.
Yeah. But
You
then he
know,
wouldn't be perfect.
then he wouldn't be perfect, though. So, yeah.
So we actually got to Calamon, and
Yeah.
he's wandering the desert with the flag, and this weird, Muttley-looking Digimon shows up. I don't know if you got a screenshot of
I,
him.
I got a screenshot of this effing thing. I. Why though? What?
I
Why
don't even know
is
what
this?
I don't even know what this Digimon is.
I I feel like I have vague memories of him showing up either like here or in like Frontier, like season 4, and just being a weird like Scooby Doo like character. Like I
What I remember of the dub is they actually gave him the Muttley laugh.
yeah, I remember the laugh, the weird horse, like you know.
It's yeah.
Was it like I think that was from the like Frontier where they had like a racing episode, or was it
I
something else?
If he's in Frontier, I don't remember. I didn't remember he was in this either. I didn't remember this Digimon existed.
Yeah, I think Frontier has like an episode where they just straight up do wacky races, and one of the contestants is an effing like black Garurumon in like a little car.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, they're racing on trains. They're racing on Locomon.
I effing love dumb digital world bullcrap. It's so
Yeah,
good.
nothing really happens with this weird Digimon. It calls Calamon a cat and then chases him off.
Yeah, Calamon shows up a few times in this episode and does nothing every time.
He does a little. He walks and he runs after like a data. Uh, what are they called?
It's
Tumbleweed. A
yeah,
data tumbleweed sings a little song.
dust data. Yeah, we get
Yeah,
a little Calamon insert song.
which is adorable. It's Calamon, of course it is.
It's cute, but like, why though?
Why not? You know what? It's to give us a break. It's to give us a break from Rio's cardboard attitude.
It's to give us a break from Rio before crap actually starts going down.
Oh, we learn that you might not even need to eat in the digital world.
Yeah, this is a weird thing to establish. Because
They,
he's
they
like,
word it. They word it really stupidly, where Rio is like, "Oh yeah, you don't have to eat until you're hungry," which is how it works in the real world.
I maybe like your interpretation's way different. What I got from it was like, because like Rika does get hungry later on. So what seems to happen is like, he what he specifically says is like you have to eat till you're hungry, but it doesn't matter how much you eat. So
Uh,
so it's like, oh, you just like you eat a bit of rations and then you're full and then you're just good. So you don't need as much food. You just need a little bit and then it completely fills you up for like, however long.
Maybe. In this world, you only have to eat when you're hungry, which is his first line. It's not like you have to eat a certain amount of something. Okay, so yeah, that's probably what it is. You don't have to. You could eat like a bite of bread and be full for a while.
Yeah,
Maybe not.
that's
Maybe not full, but it'll sustain you for a while.
yeah, like cuz it's not like, oh, you feel like, you can't eat anymore or whatever. It's just like your condition of hunger basically has been cured because you ate a thing. And that's like the logic it's kind of working on, I think.
Yeah, man, I was playing Digimon World yesterday. What a pain in the butt to get stuff to like Ultimate.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel like that does make a lot of sense, honestly. Because it's like, yeah, because, like, all these Digimon are like, they need all this food and energy to Digivolve and stuff. But it's like, they get, like, power from, like, absorbing data from other Digimon. So
Yeah,
it's like it's not like
it's
they really have to eat like as much here. They just need something. And they get to the real world and they don't understand how hunger works cuz it works differently.
yeah. it's part of it's part of a different canon, so it might not matter. But it's worth saying that in Digimon 2020, like Digimon literally eat other Digimon to absorb their data.
Yeah, that's very different from this.
Yeah, there's like a ground. I think it's Ground Dramon or Break. No, it's not Break Dramon. Break Dramon's what it turns into.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it literally grabs a bunch of Digimon and eats them to absorb their data.
Are they like machine types too? Because I know Breakdramon's like a big construction machine.
Well, Ground Dramon's not. Ground Dramon's is a dragon, and instead of wings, he has two extra like.
Oh,
Uh,
right, that thing. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Because, like,
and
our made. It,
he eats like a bunch of. It's that thing that kind of looks like Ankylamon.
yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. But yeah. That. Does that mean that's like, yo. Like, well, I guess this would like weirdly apply to our what, but does that mean that it's like Andromon could just like eat a dude and she'd be full?
I guess.
Because I was gonna be like, hey, isn't that weird? But it's like, no, I guess that's how cannibalism works, isn't it?
I mean, there's like digital fruits and stuff.
Yeah.
Like Ground Dramon's a gigantic dragon.
I'm just imagining it's like, Andromon just like kills an effing Tuskmon or something and just like gets down all fours, just starts like ripping meat out of its side like a dog or something. Because it's like, I'm sure he'd have more sophisticated tools to, like, deuce that like a person would. But, like, that's the mental image that comes to mind right now. It's like, yeah, I guess that sounds about right. Alright, where in the episode were we? Alright,
Uh,
yeah, Calamon gets an insert song.
I got distracted. I was watching the fight against the Ground Dramon. Yeah. So Calamon runs across the cartoon dog, and he attacks Calamon, chases him. Calamon walks for a little bit and comes across Beelzemon.
Yeah, and he just looks at him, and he just drives off. It's like, oh, alright.
Hey, at least it didn't like kill him. Although, I mean, why would he?
Yeah.
I know he's bad, but like he has no reason to kill Calamon.
Do you know Takao and Gilmon Kalu? And he's just like, yeah, later.
Beelzemon doesn't say that, but yeah, Calamon's like, hey, do you know these guys? And Beelzemon's just like, doesn't say a thing and drives off.
I wonder who this mysterious Digimon could be.
I wonder.
Also, I do want to point out, like, in this scene, I get shot of it, but his eyes look really weird.
Yeah, I just got past that scene. Yeah.
Yeah. I also, like, I keep forgetting that he has, like, 3 eyes, because, like, I never think of it. But it's like, yeah, he's totally, like, a weird Triclops.
Yeah, he's got a third eye in the middle of his head.
Yeah. It's so weird to look at now. Like, it's cool, but it's very odd.
Oh yeah. Uh Not important, but I don't know. I think it's funny that Calamon turns the flag into a little cape.
Yeah. Because, like, it's hard to carry around the flag, so, gotta do what you can.
Yeah. Let's see. And then we go back to the kids, and they're like, oh, we have to go down these stairs to get back to the where you came from. And
Yeah,
then
this
Calamon
is...
has a musical number.
Yeah, this is a weird thing, because, like, Rio's like, oh, hey, I know this doesn't make sense, but you have to go down the stairs to get up. And they're like, what? And he's like, no, trust me on this. So they go down the staircase, and they just come out of just a portal to nothing in the middle of the desert. And they're like, oh, I guess we're back in the desert then.
It's like, hey, it's almost like Rio knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, like, these stairs aren't even connected to anything. They're just floating steps. Like, it's digital world nonsense, but it's like, how though? This is some, like, crazy impossible space, man.
Also, okay, Calamon has a song in the dub, too. They didn't change that.
Wait, they didn't? I should have looked up what the dub was like. I should have looked for the dub song.
Hold on. I don't think there's like a... Yeah, there's not like a full-on like backing track to it or anything.
Yeah, it's just him singing about, like, having fun or whatever. Just sing about being lonely and wanting friends.
Yeah, so... Like, he doesn't even start singing immediately. It's, this will play through your stream if you play it, but there's that for later if you want to watch it.
You know what, screw it, I'm just gonna go for it.
I got 2 words for you, sunstroke.
I was having a yucky day, but now, woo-hoo, I get to play. Other Digimon were so mean, the nastiest you've ever seen. I don't need them, not at all. My brand new friends
Yeah, guess what? The Japanese version's better.
Oh, it's to the theme of the original thing. Why is it like the theme of the original? Like, is that the only song they know? Is that all they've got? You know what I mean, right?
I don't hear it. I don't hear like the Digimon theme in there.
Like, I swear he's going by the melody to it at one point. They got it in there. Oh my gosh.
No.
No? It'll show up on the podcast, so like, maybe people listening at home can tell me if they hear it or not.
I don't hear the Digimon theme in there.
Like,
but yeah, it's not as good.
I was kind of wondering what they did with that scene. I just never investigated. I checked out the other insert song though, cause boy do I have memories of that one.
So
yeah, we'll get there when we get there.
So, but yeah, Calamon's song is it's cute and inoffensive in Japanese and kind of awful in English.
Like, they don't even use the same lyrics. They're just talking about food and stuff, and it sucks.
Well, you can't use the same lyrics because it just doesn't translate.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, Calamon, I guess because he's super happy, he makes a bunch of Woodmon nearby Digivolve into Cherrymon.
Yes. Is it because he drew another symbol on the ground with his cape by accident?
I don't know.
Because, like, the symbol lights up and a bunch of Woodmon evolve, and it brings off a light. And, like, the monkey's like, oh, there's the lab evolution. Come on, we gotta get this thing. There's Calamon.
I'm under the impression that Calamon's evolution thing happens, or it's more likely to trigger when he's happy.
I I want to expand that to just whenever he's feeling hand emotions. Because we've seen it, like, trigger when he's, like, scared before.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Calamon runs away and falls down a chasm.
But yeah, like, everyone, like, finds out where Calamon is, and they all, like, you know, meet up, and, like, well, the main group does, at least. The main group goes there. Rika is still, like, just off somewhere in the woods, I guess.
Yeah.
In the desert.
So the main group goes and fights the dragon of the Devas.
Yeah, and I'm, like, 100% sure I never saw this episode, because I feel like I will have remembered this.
You would have remembered Cybergemon growing into a giant and crushing it.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't remember ever seeing what this dragon looked like until, like, you know, rewatching this, you know?
Yeah. Also, there's an annoying bit where Rio's doing is getting ready to do a card slash, and like whenever it cuts to Rio, the music stops for a second, and it's like, no, stop that. That's bad.
Yeah, that sucks. What's wrong with you? This episode's kind of crap.
But yeah, Makuramon sees Cybergemon about to crush the dragon Digimon, and he's just like, I'm out.
Yeah. Yeah, he just runs. Does he grab Calamon or does he not? I can't remember.
Calamon fell into a pit.
Right, yeah. And he just shows up later, and that's when, like, the dog gets him.
Yeah. Makuramon's just like, I bid farewell, and he just runs away. And this is when Rio is like, oh yeah, I've got these cards that only the best tamers can use.
Because that's how metas work. All, you know, the really good cards, they just belong to the tiers that are the best. It's not like cards with, like, high utility value get printed a lot, and that those make up, like, most common player decks. This is the card that only the best tamers use. That's how meta works.
Kato, if you tried to scan this card, it just wouldn't work. It's like, shut up.
You don't understand how to use it, because you're not as good as me.
So yeah,
What's just a stupidly rare Yu-Gi-Oh card? It's like effing only the best card players use original print Blue Eyes. Only the best.
But yeah, Rio's like, oh no, Cybergemon, he's got to go find things to fight. He's in a rage now, and only I can stop him, or I'd help you. And then Rio disappears.
Only the best tamers use this card, and it's like, you know, a card from Duel Masters. I've never even heard of that card. It's because only the best tamers got it. Actually, that raises a good question. If you have a card from a different card game and you really believe in it, could you, like, just slide in, like, Exodia or something and have that do a thing?
I doubt it.
Could you, like, slide in Insect Cannon and just give it to Guilmon?
I think the only thing that could possibly happen from that is if you scanned a card and you tried and you like believed or needed it to be a blue card, because blue cards are magic.
I honestly don't know, because they seem to imply that it's like this stuff just works on your belief that's going to work.
Well, every other card that they scanned has been a card from the Digimon trading card game.
What if I really believed in Ancient Year Golem, and I slided in the Ancient Year Golem card?
It wouldn't do anything, because it's not a Digimon trading card.
No, but what if I really wanted Sparks to take away 50 life points?
It wouldn't do anything, so it's not...
You're telling me I can't give Guilmon the Diffusion Wave Cannon and have it charge up for 8 turns so I can get an insta-win?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, yeah, I'll stop now. Man, weren't there cards in, like, Cubics or something? Wasn't that, like, a thing?
Bold of you to assume I remember anything about Cubics.
Yeah, it's very bold. Like, bold of me to assume anyone remembers anything about Cubics. Does anyone even remember, like, effing the brain Cubics? Just the robot who's just the nerd robot of the group. No one, just me. No one remembers the time they add, like, an evil Cubics into the show. It was like a black Cubics.
I mean, every anime video game series does that. Or whatever Cubics is.
I remember, like, I got the Cubics video game, and, like, Colossus was just, like, the effing boss of it, even though he's the guy they beat in every single episode. And he's, like, weirdly the most interesting character in that game, because, like, all three parts of him make up different robots on your team, and you just attack with different body parts. Alright, yeah. Anything else we have to say about 29?
No, that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Rio beats the dragon and then he just leaves because Cyberdramon's too worked up.
Cyberdragon must kill.
I must go now, my Cyberdramon needs me.
Pretty much. Okay, I'm gonna have to take a quick break. I'll be right back.
Okay.